Let's use some advice that's firm and fair for everyday situations that's in relationships. But before we get into that, give me the three freebies: like, share, and subscribe. I'm your host for the Firm and Fair podcast, The Spencer Perspective, and we have work to do. Let's get to it. The title is I Don't Miss Him, But I Am Sad. So, this is a very common case of he, male 20, treating me, female 20, well, being amazing and kind for like a month in a relationship. Then he was distant, dry, and I felt like I was annoying him. He wouldn't say I love you for days. I felt like walking on eggshells. Then things got worse, two instances in particular. He left me walking alone at nights in a very dangerous zone. I waited for him 2 hours, he never came. The second one is when I had enough of him, I broke up with him. And I was fine. I felt like I had losing the weight on my back. I was feeling actually very good about myself, about being able to choose myself. Yeah, exactly. That's what this is about. Look, as long as you're a dating age, if you utilize firm and fair dating techniques, you're always going to come ahead. Because either the person is going to understand that you will pick yourself if you have to, and they need to do right by you, or they're going to end up losing you. This guy already isn't doing right by you. So at least you're knowing that for yourself. I mean, you're young, so no serious relationship as of right now. But still, this is good to understand that how you interact in a relationship. At least you're able to tell the difference between a good relationship and a bad one. As of right now, definitely bad. You said you don't miss them, but you are sad. So yeah, you don't miss the bad times, but you're sad because you gave a certain part of yourself to him, and he took it for granted. And sadly speaking, a lot of this happens too much. So conversations need to be had about intent. You're too young to actually truly establish a true relationship in the sense of the word a relationship, but you could have a connection and it be a one-on-one. But you didn't discuss that with them, so let's continue the article. However, I have silenced him on all social media. Yesterday, he posted on his IG, and I don't know why I saw it. Like, IG showed it to me. Like a month before we broke up, he wanted to get into a competition and didn't have the money to pay it in time. So I gave him the money, and that's fine. And that's not the thing. It's just that he was so happy. And that's the moment because I knew he would win, and I wanted to celebrate with him. I get it. You were invested. Clearly, he wasn't. And you invested way too much. The scales are unbalanced. So next time when you find yourself in a romantic situation, just make sure that the actions are a little more balanced. This person is pushing for you the same way you're pushing for them. There should be no question in your mind like, does this person actually like me? And you should both be having a conversation. You tell them, hey, I like you. Like, I honestly do like you. And that's it. Last part. Then I just spiraled. LOL. Thing is, he never really cared about me, and it hurts to know what I was to give it to. Oh yeah, giving my all to building a relationship, and he was just not. I told you. Usually, when it comes to a relationship, there's two parties: the focused and the distracted. You know what you are. You know who he was. You need to find two focused people. Two distracted people. Oh man, you ever seen two distracted people try to come up with a relationship? That relationship is toxic as hell. You just saved yourself some headaches, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So no worries. Give yourself a pat on the back. I don't know. I'm sad and I don't know how to handle it. Thought maybe typing it out would help. If you have any advice, I'd be grateful. I put ID because it's capital ID. Well, look, here's some advice. You're doing well. You're young. You have a lot of time ahead of you, but at the same time, start making that decision now about what type of relationship you would like to be in 10 years from now. If you know what you exactly would need 10 years from now, that's what you should be speaking about now. Because down the line, if you don't have what you need, you're going to end up breaking up with that person anyways. Have that intentional conversation. Even if it scares the guy away, if it scares him away and you had this type of conversation with him because you were being intentional, he just saved you some time. We have a finite time on this earth. I myself am 34. You're 20. I can't remember my dating experience when I was 20 years old, but I felt like a kid. So I'm pretty sure that's exactly what you feel like too. And I get it. But you still want love. Find it. But at the same time, you gotta understand, know where you're supposed to be with that. You gotta understand. So you're doing well. Just make sure that the person is focused with you. That's all. If the person's ever unfocused again like this, then you at least know exactly what you have. Their actions are not really matching their words. At least what it would seem to be. Okay. Hopefully that helps. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at thespencerperspective@gmail.com. Again, that's thespencerperspective@gmail.com. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the comments. I'll block him everywhere. Yeah, exactly. And you will learn to spot these takers in the future. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, right now you're just getting your relationship experience up, and I'm sorry. This is how you have to lose in order to win. At least you didn't get married to somebody like this and end up being fully disregarded. So next time, just make sure that the partner wants you the same way you want them, okay? You're going to do better. I'm doing better. We all are. This is the Firm and Fair podcast. and I'm out.